greatest Call of Duty of all time is on your screen right now. Yo, what is going on, dudes? Welcome back to the channel. Here to my flame, obviously. Oh my god, I wanted to do this video for so long, and I can't wait to give you my opinions on why I think Black Ops 2 is the greatest Call of Duty of all time. So, without further ado, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and let's get into it. Call of Duty Black Ops 2 was released in 2012. So, this year, it turned 12, okay? Now, this game was revolutionary in so many ways. I'm going to break down today in just the best I can without getting too excited about how great this game is. So, first things first, we're going to go into the multiplayer because that's what everybody loves in this game and just how awesome it is. So, let's just start there. Yes, the multiplayer music alone makes this game great. I'm sure we all heard this theme before and we all love this theme with a passion. But let's look behind the music and let's look at the game itself. First off, this menu for multiplayer I always really loved. And we've not had anything great for a menu for 6 years, we all know that. No soldiers walking or nothing. We just got a good old menu with all the items that we need, all the side titles. We've got players that join, you go on them and it goes over all their stuff, shows you their stuff, simple as all their career stuff, and it's awesome. Now, this is going to be overwhelming to a lot of people that haven't played this game, but I'm 90% sure that a lot of people have. So, barracks. This is one of my favourite parts of this game, and what I mean by this is obviously you've got your player card, you've got your emblem. Now, we use AI all the time. I don't get why we can't go back to making an emblem editor. The AI can ban all the offensive stuff that's severely offensive, or do like a strike system. If your emblem gets reported like 3 times, 5, 10 times, whatever, then you get, like, the emblem gets banned or whatever. But why not add that customization back, you know? And it annoys me. Your league team shows you stuff. I can't click that out or glitch it, or there's basically a bug in the current day and age of Black Ops 2. I mean, god, it's 12 years old, so it is what it is. Combat record, see stuff like this, and again, it's all very neat and laid out very nicely. COD TV, now this blows my mind. 2024, 12 years after this game's been released, and I mean, look, I can still go and look at all this community feed, staff picks. I can still watch all this. I can still go watch all the trailers. So we'll go watch Origins Archangel. I'll hit play and I can sit and watch it. Look at this. It's ridiculous. Like, it's so beyond its time. It's crazy. Now, let me go to the public match. You could live stream to YouTube. Back in the day, that was next level. Now, people can say, oh, we don't need to do that these days because everyone can stream from the console. Yes, but it's the fact that this game had it in a time where that was unheard of. You know? Crazy. COD TV was also one of the things that not really heard of at the time, where it had its own section. So, again, awesome. And, again, you had the creator class, which everyone loved. The greatest system ever in COD is the Pick 10, in my opinion. I love it. Where you can sacrifice stuff to get other things like that. Not this modern stuff where you have thousands of attachments. It's not for me. Score streaks, again, warship, swarm, K9 unit, everything just really fun. Lightning strike, obviously, and things like that. And then, again, you've got all the game modes that were just really fun and really sick. So, search for something. Obviously, we're not going to find a game because the game is rather dead at the moment. I am playing this on the Series S, but I do play it on 360 as well sometimes. It's a lot easier to find games on the 360, I've noticed. But the maps, you have 45 seconds to vote, you have the game chat, and it's so basic and simple, and I love it. So, enough with that, let me get to the next part. Alright, so look at this. I'm currently in Codcaster in 2024, right? This game is 12 years old, and I can Codcast a game from 12 years ago. And what I mean is not just simple, like, oh yeah, you're watching Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6 is awful, the Codcaster on it is dreadful. This is what I'm saying. The game's not awful, but the Codcaster is. Now, I can go through every single player from 10 years ago, look at what they were doing in that game. So, Sloney99, trying to get a 2-piece, dies. This guy's with an AN94, just pre-fire in the top window. I can go at the options, I can change things, manipulate the game settings themselves while I'm watching them. Myself, Big Zoid Flame back in the day, look. Go into third person, go into free camera. Like, it is so beyond its time, it is crazy. Little chuckle feed there, I choked the quad feed, god damn it. But you get my point. This is something that it's unfathomable to this day that this game has held up for so long and does things that COD hasn't done. I mean, when was the last time we had anything this revolutionary in COD? We haven't. Black Ops 2 was the one that did this. God, I'm whiffing hard in 2014 right now. Oh my god. You just get the picture. This is another reason alone why this game is awesome. This theater mode was the best theatre we've ever had, ever will have, and is just goated. But obviously, the fact that I can go 10 years in the future and still be able to cast the game smooth, fast, it loads quick, everything is just insane to me. And now one of the other most legendary game modes in the Call of Duty series is League Play, the thing that set me off on competitive 10 years ago, the thing that made the massive competitive boom back in 2012, 2013, 2014, all that started here. For the first time in Call of Duty's history, we had a game mode where you could play with limited restrictions and all kinds of, you know, similar situations to playing at the pro level. And the reason like they promoted this was obviously get more people to play it competitively, to try and boost the scene itself, which worked massively. Now, if you wanted a bit of competitive, but you didn't want to go full sweat mode, you know, you had Mosh Pit, where you'd still get a rank and stuff, and you get placements, and you play 6v6. Then you had the actual league play of what I played, which is the Champion Series, 4v4, exactly like the competitive pros. And this is what got me into it, and it got so many people into it, because if we click on it, we had placement games. We had I think it was 3 or 5 placement games, and then at the end of the placement games, you get placed in a rank. They do this on Rocket League, still to this day, and it's an awesome system. The best rank play system we ever had was World War II, in my opinion, where you got SR, or whatever you want to call it, or MMR, or whatever, and you'd get to a certain point where you'd be playing top arms, pros, whatever, if you're good enough. Back in Black Ops 2, it wasn't quite that good, but the pre-season practice matches and then the actual placement matches, I think we need back. The best system would be have the World War II ELO SR system, MMR, whatever, with the placements. Instead of everyone starting at bronze, work on the way up, getting placed into a division, I think would be better. It makes it actually give you, like, it gives you your skill gap, you know? It gives you like where you're playing at that current time. And I think it's awesome. And again, you've got all the classes that has restricted items, and this is what really sparked that competitive boom for obviously what turned out to be the CWL, which was the greatest era, and then terribly the CDL, which is where we're at now, which is awful. But you get my point. This is a big reason why it's so big. This is where it started. Real quick, in the comments below, let me know what you guys got as a placement back in the day on Black Ops 2 League Play if you played it. I'm curious to see where everyone ended up. Ah, yes, the Black Ops 2 Zombies theme, which is Black Ops 1, but just different, which we all love. The most iconic, well, one of the most iconic themes probably in gaming history. Let's just look at this menu first off. This menu was sick. Spinning globe with the bits of chunk coming off the earth, I thought it was sick. We had your own leveling system in Zombies as well, where it told you your stats. Like, look how cool the stat stuff is. We can go to the side of people's stuff and it tells you them you had different levels. It was awesome. Again, its own theater mode. And then the leaderboards where you can actually just separate it by map, by how many players they had. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous past the time. Again, we've got a public match. So we've got custom games. We'll go into custom games. There we go. I'm getting that wrong. Obviously, Nuketown Zombies alone. What a map. It was hard, but it was something that everyone wanted for so long. And then you've got Alcatraz. Unbelievable. Transit was hit or miss. I liked it. Some people didn't. Town, which is obviously one of the most favoured, just running around that small area, which I'm still, by the way, if you haven't checked it out, I'm still doing runs at the minute. You can go check that out. But farm, you've got Turned where you played Zombie for the first time, and you've got Bus Depot, and then you've got Transit itself. And then, of course, you've got Buried, you've got Die Rise, and then Origins as well. There's so many. And they're all awesome, sick maps. But just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to go on to Transit. And you can see, pretty simple. Start the game, whatever. Put the difficulty on easy if people are feeling a bit tired and they don't want to do too hard, they can do that. Alright, so let me show you what this game brought in that was just so epic as well. Customization to zombies. And what I mean by this, if we're playing town, we can change the round we want to start on. So if we want to start on round 20, we literally can. We can turn magic off, which means that there's no max ammos, no nukes, things like that. Headshots only, which, again, makes it harder. And also hellhounds, so we can actually get max ammos easier. And that obviously hellhounds come towards us. And, yeah, makes it more fun, I suppose. Again, difficulty. And, like, back in the day, this was crazy to think about. I can start on round 20, and I can go upgrade my guns off the rip and just try to survive as it is. Obviously, it's just personal preference, but if you are now sitting there after this so far just off zombies and don't think this is the greatest COD of all time, I am just confused. And to close out this video, my final point is the community. You know, Optic living at the 60-50 house doing content, base 2 million montage, hitting the hill cams, you know, everything back then, like their era, all the teams, the community-based events, MLG running the scene, everything back then was just so much more fluid with the creators, the gameplay, you know, the players just who were playing competitive at the time wanted to be at the best snipers in the world. Like, everything was just so much more in one ball, you know. Everyone was so tight, everyone wanted to do the best, everyone wanted to really branch out and do more. And these days it's very stale, people are very salty, people don't help each other out, you know. It's like a baby era in a way now. It's like people are so soft and don't speak their mind and don't just get on with it. And look, at the end of the day, one of my favourite things about the old days was the lobbies were so crazily toxic. People chatting so much to each other about whatever, you know, people's mums and dads. It was crazy. But it was fun. You know, one of my favourite things, in fact, was loading up Black Ops 2 on Christmas Day. I bought it on launch day. But on Christmas Day, it said, go easy on the Christmas news. No, we were never going to go easy on Christmas news, but it's the fact Treyarch added that into the game, and the community loved it. No skill-based matchmaking, everything was just the greatest. And, you know, if we could go back, I would do it in a heartbeat. But I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. That's why I think Black Ops 2 is the best Call of Duty all-around of all time. Campaign, tick. Competitive, tick. Multiplayer, tick. Zombies, tick. Everything brilliant. And of course, Slater, tick. Everything works. Everything's great, and I love it. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and I appreciate it as always. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.